Welcome back, guys, to another Friday Gamer Log. As usual, I'll be talking about the games that I've been playing, games that will be coming up here in the direct future for YouTube, and any games I would like to buy or have bought. So, without further ado, let's get this thing started. After finishing Wind Waker, I decided that it was time to move on to the next Legend of Zelda game that I still have yet to beat, which would be Twilight Princess. This right here is actually my third file in this game. I started a file a long time ago, back in 2007, with the same friend that I traveled out of state to see him get married. I started a file with him back in the summer of 2007. He's only here for a couple weeks, and we only beat the Forest Temple, but he came back in the winter of 2007. Then we beat the Goron Mines, and we never did play it again after that. After that, I started a file on my own, and I beat the Lake Bed Temple, but for some reason or another, I never did come back and finish the Lake Bed, or, finish the game, I mean. I did finish the Lake Bed Temple, I just didn't finish the game, so yeah. So here I am on my third file of Twilight Princess, and this time I will definitely be sticking to it, and we will get this game beaten and whatnot. So yeah. I went ahead and got the file started, became Wolf Link for the first time, and met up with Midna and all that. Made a little more progress after meeting her and everything. We had to climb up a bunch to this castle, where we met up with Princess Zelda. On another note, I have seen probably the last 3 or 4 dungeons of this game. I seen another friend of mine beat this game whenever he first got it a long time ago, but it's been forever. As far as dungeons are concerned, I beat the Forest Temple. I think that's what it was called. I don't think that it had any fancy name. It's just Forest Temple. And that wasn't too hard of a dungeon, as to be expected. First one. I like the monkeys helping you out. I beat the Goron Mines area, which the boss was pathetic. The dungeon was fun, though. Utilizing the iron boots in different ways with the magnetic fields and all that was fun. The boss, however, was extremely pathetic. As you've seen right there, you just do that. You get right in front of the boss, wait for the boss to stand up once you've gotten your hits on him. Once he stands up, get your bow ready, just point at his forehead and wait. Seriously, as soon as I found out what I had to do against this boss, it became so easy. Wait for that crystal to glow on his forehead, boom, rinse, and repeat. Very, very easy boss. That's not to say that it wasn't fun, though. It's just really easy. So I got the Goron Mines finished off and everything. Didn't take me too long. One thing that I don't like in this game so far is, like, whenever I open up a treasure chest and it has money in it, but I can't carry it. It leaves it in the treasure chest. That bothers me for some reason. Anyway, though, I moved on a little further in the game and also completed the Lake Bed Temple. Had a little interesting twist on an old boss, Morpha from Ocarina of Time, so that was fun. Once I beat the Lake Bed Temple, this little scene occurred with Midna. All that kind of stuff happened to her. Then I had to take her back to Princess Zelda back at the Hyrule Castle, I believe. I got her back to Hyrule Castle, and Zelda did something to Midna. I'm not really 100% sure what exactly happened. She did something to Midna to make her feel better, and then she just kind of vanished, faded away. Midna didn't want Zelda to do that, but Zelda did it anyway. I think of all the Zelda partners, of all the partners that Link has had throughout his games, I think Midna's probably my favorite. I like her a lot. She's pretty cool. I really hated her at first, though, but I've warmed up to her, and I think she's probably my favorite helper. Another thing that I like about this game is having Wolf Link. At first, I didn't really know what to think of it. I couldn't fight too well as the wolf, but I've warmed up to it, and I've gotten used to it, so I like Wolf Link quite a bit better. After all that stuff at the castle happened between Zelda and Midna, my next objective was to get the Master Sword, which I went ahead and got. Right after I got the Master Sword, I gained the ability to switch between Wolf Link and Human Link at will, which is really cool. Whenever I don't have Epona around, I'm almost always the wolf. I also learned a few sword techniques. I learned the final strike, or whatever it's called. I got the shield bash technique. I got the back attack, and I got the helm splitter. I still have another 3 more sword techniques to learn, but I'll get them. Here's my inventory so far. I got the claw shot, bow, iron boots, boomerang, lantern, slingshot, fishing rod, 2 bottles with fairies, and water bombs. Here's my equipment. I got the strongest sword and shield so far, apparently. I know that the strongest armor you have to get by donating money towards fixing a bridge or something like that. As far as Spirit Tracks is concerned, I already beat it. It was a pretty short Zelda game, actually. It was like, what, 6 dungeons long? 5, 6? There were 5 main dungeons that you had to go through, plus the final one and all that. But my final thoughts on this game is that I think that it's really underrated. I went in hearing that it was like the most terrible Zelda game ever, and I actually really enjoyed it. I thought that Link and Zelda were really cute in this game, the cutest that they've been in any of the Zelda games that I've played so far. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. Nothing really bothered me about it except for death trains. And that's really about it. If they at least put some way in there for you to stop the death trains, then I wouldn't have minded them so much. But the fact that you pretty much just have to do your best to stay away from them, it just gets kind of annoying. But really, that's my only complaint. Another thing that I found kind of neat about Spirit Tracks is that it has multiple endings. As soon as I seen the ending that I chose for the game here, I knew that if I would have chose one of the other options that they gave me right before the final battle had started, that I would have gotten a different ending. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody that hasn't played through the game to know what I'm talking about by other options, but still. I really enjoyed this game. I thought that was really neat and a really cool idea to make Zelda your sidekick instead of like a fairy or, you know, somebody like Midna or anybody like that. It was really fun to have Zelda be your partner, and it was cool to have her go inside of Phantoms and you can control her. She also helps you out quite a bit in the final battle. You kind of control both her and Link, and that was a lot of fun. But I really didn't mind the train or anything, but I definitely want that to stick to just being like a one game only sort of thing. If they incorporated that into a lot of other Zeldas, the train would get boring really fast to me. But just for this one game, I really liked the train, and I thought that was a unique way to travel around. As far as games goes that I'd like to buy, this is sort of like a you buy one, you gotta buy them all sort of situation. I'd like to get the Atari adult games. Like right here you see Bachelor Party and Gigolo. These were made by Mystique, which was eventually bought out by PlayAround, and they put a lot of these games into 2-in-1 cartridges. You got Burning Desire and Bachelorette Party, Beat 'em and Eat 'em, Lady in Waiting. There are quite a few of these adult Atari games. Philly Flasher, Cat House Blues. Not all of them were made by Mystique or PlayAround. Custer's Revenge. That's probably the most well-known one. Jungle Fever, Night on the Town. And last but not least, X-Man. So yeah, I'd like to get all those games, but they're regularly priced anywhere from $80 to $200. Very, very expensive games. And really about the only reason why I'd want them is just, I think it'd be kind of a fun way to set your friends up for something that they might not be expecting if they don't know what those games are. I mean, you ask your friend if they want to play X-Men for the Atari 2600. They're like, I didn't know that there was an X-Men game for Atari. You'd be like, yeah, come try it out. Just kind of set your friends up for something like that. Whatever, though. We'll get back to Little Nemo the Dream Master this week and all that. And, well, that is it for today's Friday Gamer Log, and I'll see y'all next Friday.